Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh no, we're just here to deliver—
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets! I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now. No need, but they
Whoa. So, is linen—
I can't say for sure, but who knows?
Hey! Is this machine what you—
Why use your—
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, but basically—
Huh?
Well, I'm not when a trial is in session, the
So that's what— Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like— Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro—
Even though I've never— Besides indemnity, it isn't produced by the—
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away.
You again?
Yeah, but...
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, if Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine.
You're from Northland Bank.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
But it seems that either way you look at it.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
Hey, you!
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into—
You kidding? Listen to me.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys!
can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get— You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Paimon's—
You're mine! Ja! Ja! Ha! Da! Da! Ja! Ja! Da! Da! Ja! Ja!
What's your deal, Brad? How are you?
Oh, no. Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I
Strange.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much—
So what are you doing in—
Well... I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems— That is a possibility. I can't remember. It was during that— She was always— One time, I asked her why she was— Because I had a wait—
But what is it?
She never explained that. But my guess is in my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before.
It takes that shape.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon. So why don't you...
You make it sound so, but it's been years now.
Oh, it sounds like some
Yeah, I'm out. Oh,
What? More
no.
official champ...
Yep, in Fontaine before a criminal goes to court. The champion duelists are all so engaging in such a... And the worst case, though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. So really,
So, do many people...
apparently it's... Besides, none of the champion duelists, apparently the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally...
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorinde. Huh.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have...
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously...
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. Besides,
Paimon knows what you're... That sneaky guy. What? Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along! Sorry. The whodunit's here. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially... Lenny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the aqua... Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera at Eclairs. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Lenny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people...
Oh, Archon.
I don't know why you always...
I guess if there are, kid.
Maybe this is one of the
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine.
Lynette!
Lenny,
Right.
what do you mean? There are a lot of people here, right?
Hey, you're not tri-
I see. In fact,
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element?
when do you cry, Pi?
Wait, what?
Just answer me.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's...
Then you should understand that tears contain your most, like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So, what did the voice say? Huh.
Rather than worrying about them, don't let that calm look.
Oh, right.
Traveler in Paimon, good to see you.
Are you kidding? We're...
But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved.
Ooh, front row seat.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seat. Oh, these should be a... Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person...
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if...
So you heard all of... wait, that's not it. Paimon's... Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So, let's talk, but, oh!
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're... Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived...
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across... and as required...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my...
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me...
Wait.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know whom... Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of...
Woo! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had...
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special. And by the way, I should probably let you know, there's someone sitting... I believe she is trying... So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later.
Huh?
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right.
Yay! The show's finally about to... Oh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please.
Hello, everyone. Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can So, Both Lynette and myself have removed...
Oh, good boy.
Now, without further ado, I know you might miss her, but don't worry. Oh, and you never know what can happen in A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
If we could see easily through his... To appreciate magic, we should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intended.
Guess you're right.
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you, in which case, So, for my next trick, I will please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes. There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One, I'm sure many of our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, now please.
Wow! Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual super...
The lucky audience member will be generated by... It selects numbers entirely at random. Now then, let's begin. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. You don't need to do anything if the magic is in...
Oh.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so... Oh, and no tricks now.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. Come on,
60! 59! 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side when...
54? 50? Why aren't you counting?
I am counting in my head. I think things are merely a consequence.
Oh! Alright. You looked so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable. 40! 39!
Mr. Lenny, are you...
Yes, I'm fine. He would be a
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. not sure. Anyway...
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix...
Never mind the...
No, that's it feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I'm 10 seconds in...
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
Is that Mr. Linney? You're going...
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the... No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the Unfortunately, apparently the fireworks are... As of now, and after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is no... It appears that this... And there are many indications that it is connected...
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before!
I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me?
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being... Now that I think...
That can't be right! How can Linney do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time! We can even hear his voice! Besides, before the show, he told us...
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina...
Huh? I just think that he... Well,
But with Lady Farina...
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show.
That's right. I mean you, traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the... But with Lynn... So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser.
It wasn't a draw.
I understand. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has said... Are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in the... Very well. Linney and his... The audience may begin to leave...
A day isn't that...
Linney!
Sorry about it.
Of course!
Yeah, I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer? Good to hear. Thank you so much for... I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. I don't know whether what happened. As for how that girl, even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself, couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them, well, don't worry.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back, but with the guards watching, good thing you agreed to be—
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, since we're going to start
Oh, well,
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose— But if revealing our secrets will— We should go some—
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still— Hello, officer. How's the investigation going? Huh?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the— As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the— This is the real— However, if you look carefully, the box was— All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it— If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole—
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both— So in just a short— I know there's no such thing as magic. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you— Sorry, Anyway, you may invest—
So this— The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by firework, Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler? Whoa. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. Wait.
The seats were all booked in advance. Sure. Her name is Hull. Apparently, the magic troupe. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all. That's how it seems.
Okay.
No need to be. It is of utmost—
The investigation.
See?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Linny used them well.
It turns out, I'm sure you already— In other words, Linny knew—
That much—
That you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
I see that you're if you find—
We don't have— The thud?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with— I'm of the— When the pirate—
Wait.
Perhaps the balance wasn't— Oh, that's true.
That does—
Linny's still talking to the— I think so.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you.
Huh?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken...
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
From mediating and I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules...
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm
Huh?
My apologies, demoiselle. Should you prefer...
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just no...
Okay, if you say so.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. That's right. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlike...
Really? We think so too. That's why, but how did you...
Intuition, naturally. My Farina sure was quick to... But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to... Anyway, a trial begins some...
Sounds more like...
Well, what's your opinion? All right.
Wait a minute. Did that answer...
Well, I say it does. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well...
And why would that be?
Most astute, no matter how, and if that can...
All right, that's... Now, I need...
Wait! Since when did we... That's more like it.
Far be it from me, you wish to save a...
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh,
We'll be making some preparations first.
were you all...
Yes. So, the missing girl could...
How can you...
Well, I couldn't see, but still, we Melazines are good.
So, it's safe to say that... Alright, thank you for your help. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion...
Speaking of that...
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic. If I can make things...
You need not worry about...
Oh.
Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh?
Understood. Then I will be going with you.
Very good.
You may spare the pleasure.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. And these are my companions. Would you mind if...
Oh,
Well, let's just...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic, remembering the deep... Ah, good eye. That said, you're...
The back? You mean the...
Very good indeed. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put two and two together...
Oh, so there was a passage...
I knew you'd figure out the two match. See this, the box with
This trolley can...
I see.
Precisely.
So that's...
Once the box, the audience member would only be able...
Right.
Ah, yes, my assistant.
And what about...
I was in the...
Oh,
That's how we were able to coordinate.
I mean, and that's...
so that's how it all worked.
Lynette would... And then but as you saw, Cal was in the box.
We really...
If not for that, and yet, could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette...
Yes, of course, no need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for...
Whatever.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why?
Oh! Paimon knows! And here's a book.
Oh, her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Right. Ugh. What is this place?
It seems someone.
Alone, perhaps.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down. Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back. Well, we've ascertained. Let's find a place.
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the
They believe the guards have...
So the tunnels become like a...
In other words...
Charges?
That's right. This is how a trial... That's right. The statements from... To put it simply...
This also precludes any kind of...
Once both... Then...
Huh?
In practice... Because we...
There can... And even if that...
I'm ready to break.
Whoa, whoa!
Of course. I just hope you'd...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings. I mean, what better...
Huh. Breaking out. Just kidding! Just kidding!
What do you mean?
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying...
Yes?
I have eggs.
These three are quite the interesting... From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do, but you ended up doing...
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Don't underestimate... Anyway.
Only...
Well...
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is demoiselle's favorite. No need for concern. I merely...
All right, then. However, the magician twins...
Exactly! Why would they do so...
The flower vase and the... resulting in the... Perhaps the crypt...
Paimon thinks that makes sense.
But...
Huh. Could Halsey...
That's right. And even if she had... Nor does she have...
From the sound of the... You're macaron... What?
Please don't worry about it. At my...
Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate... Wait! Even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons...
Maloose...
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons?
Exactly!
As you wish.
And I have the...
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know. It would be...
All right.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I...
All right, it's time to put... just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina— Thanks, Navia. Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest?
No.
Well, now, don't you all look That was to be expected, of course. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you,
Since both firstly,
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. You ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once.
Yes,
In that case,
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly— There is no way—
That is simply—
Oh.
The roaring count—
And you—
No.
I see.
Huh?
Hey!
Yeah, I'm sure he—
I was right by them.
Look at those scales. Could those—
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundation— Tell me.
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the...
I've got a feeling that...
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened. Your first priority is to— The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying.
Hey, Lenny!
Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina, first, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims... Please answer my question.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
In that case, my...
Well, this is awkward. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Paimon just... We based our entire reasoning not to set the wrong tone or anything.
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with it, but our organization is...
Right now, we want to...
That's right. I knew if it weren't for... That's why I didn't wish to... The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even... You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. But still, I'm asking you to trust me.
Sorry.
Well, you both say that, but... Right, let's hear your answer.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know during our investigation from that moment up.
Is that why you needed.
That's right. So, after jump.
That air vent was created during the construction.
Well, which should have been that voice seemed to wreck on the way back. After that.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy.
That's the only way we can save.
So, it was never my wish to, but like I said earlier.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that if we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusation, huh?
Both parties have returned. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the...
That took at this stage. Let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective. As the countdown began, when the flatbed dropped, he did not realize that finally he used the vase to knock. At this time, Cowell arrived, and so Linney proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linney passed. And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any...
The key to refuting Lady... According to Linney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with... Linney went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. Linney did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the...
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say. When the countdown started, Linney did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to exit. Once he reached that area, the crime scene had already developed by the time. Finally, he reached the... Paimon did it!
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing.
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the assuming that what you say is true, Linney only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance.
Oh.
That's right, you tell him! Oh, well, your denial is very Of course I do. You're saying that he wasn't?
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel! This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already... The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the...
Well, to think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. The deceased's name is...
That can't be right.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator... Lenny was not in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a clash. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. The deceased's name is Cowell. Halsey's clothing was in the No one entered or...
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider, just like the trick as it transpired, the...
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has... And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make...
Excuse Mom.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that... The sound we heard may have... The deceased's name is... The vase was not broken by...
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only if there's a...
Just a moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here. Magic tricks are...
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of... Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case...
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe guards...
We are still examining. We discovered several test tubes of fluid with the notebook and the primordial. The note's content. The notebook has many. One of these two. The notes also. As such, we will.
You gotta be kidding.
But something so...
Wait a moment. This reminds me of...
If people can become water,
Does that... Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your part?
Let's go.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of... Still, guards, Mr. Linney.
Of course, if we uphold...
Right! Like the metal heart! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water...
The water from the primordial... Now it seems like the water from the primordial... The deceased's name is... The rope that held the water... The water from the primordial... Lynette was in the magic... I remember there was... Now it seems like the deceased's name is... I remember there was... The water from the primordial... Lynette was in the magic... Now it seems like the... I remember there was...
It's in the original plan. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, when the balloon afterward, but...
That actually linked...
Oh dear.
Now, it seems like his notes mention...
On that note, I shall now invite him...
Thank you, Your Honor. And we found it...
What?
That can't be. Does this not, my dear? Linny did not need, having made modification, but upon his return, ultimately, now, as much... Am I right?
We've used up all the Is this the end of...
Oh no.
See, I think we've all seen, and I believe this is indeed... Now then, Mike, excuse me,
Miss, I must...
Oh, come on. I'll show you in a minute.
No offense,
Come on now, but once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't set them on? But as the magic makers and stars of the show...
I understand.
And what?
Sorry.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of I was hiding outside. I was just feeling... Where should I begin? Firstly, my name is... I heard that... That's how I make a living. But I was no...
Hey! No wonder you look familiar. Liddy even mentioned it.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along. I wasn't going to take that lying down. So there was no word. I slipped out after...
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear I didn't. Had I known that...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire... The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out. The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell. Lillian was...
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected, her panic only intense. Hearing the commotion, he did not know that mistakenly believing that the water from the two broke with no way of escape. That she
had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting.
At this point, all the...
Rather...
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak again? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the...
What? Are you reading my... No. I have no further.
Wow! Look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, with some modifications to cover up any evidence, while he also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank. Using the fireworks at the end of he poured the water. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel. If all had gone to plan, realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious. Lillian, according to her own As for Linny, from this while there is much in Linny and Lillian, this case at least... As such, Linny and
Great work, Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, how did you find...
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake.
I suspect that I'm sure you know what...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to...
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to... Therefore, you will...
Yes, our boss. It can also be... We've been in this business...
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthless...
An outrageous... All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to, but still. Let me thank you again for defending me to the end. I guess. I didn't approach you with any ulterior... As for why I'm that was how Father, who you might know as the Knave...
The Knave? The one...
That's right. And back when our parents first died, to survive... I took my sister. To my surprise, before long, an aristocrat came to me. And
so you went from...
That was how we felt it, but he would
That doesn't seem too...
After one particular... I waited a long time after we returned home. The answer he gave me was...
Oh no.
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called Emmett. All I saw was the...
So...
That's right. Father, I mean, the House of the Hearth, I was hesitant, but she was also...
Oh, so that's how the two of you...
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the...
So, she...
That's right. The whole house of today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed... Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the Knave, has their... To us orphans, the only connect...
So... From small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge...
It's all right. I just hope you can if you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to...
Bye, Linny!
Hey there! What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solve. Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, and...
Ah, I see. Sorry.
Don't say that.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new... Wait.
Huh?
Well, anyway, it would just be a meet.
You don't have to...
Oh,
All right, then.
Everything's in place and they've taken... Wait. Yes.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
Ah, in that case...
Ooh, everything looks so good.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's...
And if it...
Well,
Yeah. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but...
Oh, true.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean... Speaking of cases...
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward.
If it hadn't happened...
Right? Yet it was in such investigations, even the smallest step, to be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities... It's not that I don't... It's easy to guard against and deceive a single... Which is exactly why the Spina goes high for... It's all... Let's talk about something else. Like,
That's true.
I've heard that there's a long
Yeah. Guess that's...
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe. I'm sure Lady Farina would be... All right, I can personally testify that this one works. Valid point. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of...
You mean that if we catch her, why don't we give it a try out?
Huh? No, it's...
All right. Honestly...
Is that so? If we're all finished eating...
Yeah. We're... Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so... Hey, Navia, what are you...
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover. So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, in any case, see ya!
People around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache?
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty. Huh? Hey, traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache, are you... No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know... My memories feel like... How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water. No matter where But now, we can no longer go back. No! Our reunion, no... The thought of me If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Perhaps that is so. As I would... If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great... Is that what you... It was a state... I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navia's outnumbered!
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more close.
I believe that
Mr. Callus's last wish was—
Do not!
Sorry, demoiselle.
Thank you for your aid.
Sorry,
Whatever.
I doubt I know much more. Your performance tonight—
I'm sure they've— And what—
None of these mecha. I can only conclude—
What? Your point?
Yes.
I will continue.
I do.
Right. I suppose that's the best—
Demoiselle, I believe that...
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought those Gardamex came out of Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got like...
Oh, come now. Forget as such. We're still...
It will take 50 years.
If it were me...
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in...
Well, to be honest...
Huh?
Yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake. After we parted ways, that the Fanta tasted kinda salty and icky. Fanta?
So the Fanta had been...
Yes. So, if you...
Spina di Rosula is prepared.
Huh! Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever... That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and...
What?
Well, speaking of which...
Well, it can't be a Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But it was real. Does that mean...
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh. Vache. That name, since he saw that, but he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened? Yes, thank you. This is very important and— Oh, you mean—
Well, you did. And besides, we're in this now whether we like—
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite...
You talk too much. Well, we also have some plans to go over.
Don't worry, you two.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, demoiselle. I haven't...
Very...
I shall find room.
Thank you, Malus. Now...
This is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
After all, we don't allow.
Seems like it's tough.
To be honest,
Your father.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. My father's name is Callus. 3 years ago, he was accused of murder.
Oh no.
But I do not believe that at the time. But strangely, that even after being seriously injured, how could he protect his honor if he's dead? The closest piece of info I have.
So
That's right. However, I believe that if the murder case, I must know what really happened. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hit, and now, here I am.
Demoiselle.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered any. Master Callus did so. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to.
Wait! If Callus was such a good
No. Perhaps people love watching the
But how could...
There is one.
Oh! Her? Yeah. That's not the sort...
Miss Cloran. She knew Master Callus before there was.
Don't worry, Navi.
Afterward, Miss Cloran told us that. Yes, that is our understanding.
Oh, all right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep.
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and
Paimon gets the feel, but never mind that.
No, I just returned after going out for a while.
Wait!
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been... I suspect... No. And that is the archives, kept by... If the... Oh...
So Nervalette, in that case, what...
No... The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't...
See? They've...
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack...
No. What I meant...
Oh, yes, I remember.
We're here today to report an archives...
Is that even...
Of course.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is...
Thanks.
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur...
It's all right. Please let me...
We're looking for a...
I see.
Who knew that Nervalette would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain there are no records of him either in the files...
Traveler?
Is that so?
Him. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus...
And what? Are you trying to console? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. You even told me that in your eyes, if you truly... Why didn't you give me the power to stop everything? Was it there are still... If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry.
You and my... It's not so much that... Oh well. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're right.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
So you're saying... Yeah!
I really think... Alright, let's go to...
Yeah!
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by... Great. There's no need. My father was the one who asked for it to... A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless...
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the... But now that Paimon has seen this ship for her...
Well, put... Melus, we're back!
Apologies for the wait. You said before that you still had...
You still remember, right?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr.
Could you tell us a...
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, at a glance...
Wait! Didn't...
Yes, he did. If you drink synth, and if you were to stop drinking, as he oversaw...
Boss's uncompromising act, not only that...
Yes, but recognizing that, the man's name was Jacques. That night, my father hosted a banquet, but then...
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on this...
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both looking back on it, though...
Precisely. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene.
You're right. We still don't know what happened.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past. I think this, on that note, however... Even though our opponent is insidious and cruel, even though Spina di Rosula has lost there is no need to...
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful. Did he think I've never accepted that? I want to find out.
Navia.
This is indeed.
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. But what drove.
What?
And the serial 5 years knowing all of that. But as long as if something were to happen.
Right. So no.
As we've seen, bosses.
No. I don't believe it. He never appeared to.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard. Especially someone as proud as boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as...
So he chose...
I'm afraid you're not understanding this. If boss's spirit... I'm sure...
No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose, but thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this... Malus, what was the key evidence?
It's the location where synth is produced when he was threatening. But if you...
Why? If we...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against... There's no telling what, but a single The worst case...
Then, in that case...
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case.
But things...
You sound like you've put a lot of...
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability...
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced if the vendors, after several rounds... The first?
Huh?
Yes, thanks to his... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. In the beginning, there were only...
So...
Yes, it's a bit...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information, but although the guards... Since Thierry is all...
I see. To think that...
If you want to...
Of course.
You're too kind. And before I forget, proving after that incident, if it might help you...
Aw, thank you so
much. A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth.